Le-Vel's co-owners, co-founders, and co-CEOs, Jason Camper and Paul Gravett.
Video and I'm thinking VIP getaways. We have a question for you. Is this getaway one of the best getaways you've been on?
You guys are not only thriving, you're thriving in the Dominican Republic. There's one thing that I wanted to say tonight. If I didn't say anything but this one thing.
I like your shirt. But you're gonna say a lot more.
If I had to play drums in my underwear, I would be in trouble.
Who wants to see him play the drums in his underwear? I have a feeling that some of you have seen people in their underwear while you've been here. We've seen some pictures on Facebook and I'm like, don't put that one on there, Don, I'm kidding. All right, so you know what we got to do, though, real fast. While the energy is high, before you all get too tired, you all have had a great time today. Again, it looks like through social media, and we love seeing all the pictures, but you all have got to give it up like you've never given it up before. We're going to put this video out on the fan page, and you know what to do before the night ends. Hit the share button, so at the count of 3, what do we say? You got it. Punta Cana loves Le-Vel. You ready? 1, 2, 3.
Punta Cana loves Le-Vel.
Wow. Look at this crowd. One of our biggest getaways ever. Give it up. Thousands of thrivers. Come on, thrivers. Wow.
Man, you guys are crazy. You must sell plastics or makeup or something. No, I'm just playing. I'm a nice guy, I promise. Tonight is probably the most intense of updates and announcements that we've had at a getaway. And the challenge is when you take 3,000 people to an all-inclusive resort in the Dominican Republic, they tend to have like 1 beer at least. And so you have this long list of updates and you have about this much of mental capacity left. So tonight, as fun of a day as we've all had, and yes, I've had a couple beers too, we need to have a business meeting. In a business meeting, we try to stay focused, we try to stay quiet, attentive, and we're going to go through these announcements. And when we start getting to the final few ones, like Product X, we have never had a product that's more scientific ever. I could not even say everything tonight that would let you know about Product X, nor could Paul. We're going to show you what it is, but it would take more than 10 minutes to truly explain the phenomenal output this particular product is going to have in the marketplace. The surprise DFT and this new era of dermafusion technology we're working on. So we're going to do our best tonight, but do your best. The person next to you is wanting to hear. If you're talking, bumping your gums, just chill it out for a minute. Well, we want to start tonight off first is to talk about, it's the second edition, but in my opinion, it's really the first edition. You know, Thriving for us, our challenge with Success from Home is, you know, they always reach out to us, hey, we'd like to feature you this time of the year. And that's, you know, hey, that's great. We're so appreciative. Thank you so much. Our promoters are going to love it. But that's once a year. So once a year, we have to pick 12 promoters out of 700,000 that need to be featured, right? It's hard. And so Thriving was our invention, if you will, to get us into print media, get us onto newsstands, get us into bookstores. And it was a hybrid model. You know, Instagram is so interesting to people, in my opinion, because you see what you're interested in. Facebook, your feed can be full of different stuff. The sandwich your friend is eating that you don't care about. The status update over here. And LinkedIn's boring, it's all business. Instagram was the one thing, hey, if you're interested in this watch manufacturer, you follow them. If you're interested in this car, you follow them. This company, you follow them. This purse, you follow them. And so your newsfeed in Instagram is filled up on what you're interested in. And so that's what we saw Thriving to be. We wanted to reach people on newsstands based on what they're interested in. And people are interested in living a premium lifestyle, right? They're interested in trips. They're interested in cars. They're interested in health and fitness. They're interested in thriving in life, but they don't really know what thriving is. And so that was Thriving. We get those eyeballs to pick up the magazine. They don't even know what they're about to see. They just know they want to be thriving. And then here we go. We're laying out things they're interested in, but more importantly, we're laying out this movement. And now we've showed them a path they've never seen before. So our first edition, we missed the cutoff that the newsstands and bookstores required. And it was really our rough draft. You know, we don't have it all figured out. This is new. We're getting it all dialed in. And as important as our first edition was and the promoters that were featured in there, this second edition, in my opinion, I think Paul will agree, this is kind of what we envision Thriving to be. We get better at our game all the time, right? Le-Vel wasn't what it was in 2012 as it is today. And the second edition of Thriving, we've really moved the ball down the field. So let's take a quick peek on this second edition. And more importantly, let's understand who made the cut for the first edition of Thriving that's in news stores February 28th.
Le-Vel is proud to introduce the latest edition of Thriving. Thriving is Le-Vel's lifestyle magazine that can be seen on major bookshelves and newsstands all across US and Canada. And now, please help us congratulate those promoters chosen to be featured in the latest edition of Thriving. Sheila Fasoni, Maria Dillard, Missy Craig, Aaron Aponte, Natasha Robertson, Cheyenne Wilson, Pam and Chris Ortiz, Ricardo Jimenez, Bryn Lang, Michelle King, Dustin Wagner, Charlie Barr, Christy Garrison, Jamie Dupay, Karen Michelina, Angela Campbell,
I'll tell you what though, as I'm watching that video, one of the things that I just love about everything that's happening as we grow forward is, I get emotional on that because time goes so fast and I see these names that are in this particular Thriving. Hi, Missy. And you know what, Michelle King, thank you so much for bringing your mom on this lifestyle getaway. I want to thank all of you out there. We want to thank all of you and everyone out there. You know, that says a lot about where this company goes into its future when you bring people that are close to you, family members and friends, because you're proud to be connected in this business. It really does mean a lot. But who wants a magazine? Pass that one back to that man right there if you don't mind. There's one more. I better throw. There you go. Hi, Monty. But a quick note for all of you, about a week ago, we made an announcement, leaders at Le-Vel.com. I believe that's wrapped up. The great thing about where we are now, I'd say kind of from an infrastructure perspective for business is, as you look at Le-Vel.com, all of us independently, our job daily and weekly is to always recognize someone, or I say edify someone. I think that the future of your business, the future of people following you, the future of your weekly commissions are based on how much attention you give towards other people. People will follow you when you're constantly focusing on giving attention to other people, but only praise where it's deserved. So leaders at Le-Vel.com was established for all of you to say, you know what? I know a 12K. I know a 4K that's hustling, they're brand new, they hit 4K in 30 days. You all, listen to me. When we started this business, we were so excited. Oh my gosh, we had 5 or 10 people that hit 4K. We were ecstatic. You have to be in that same state. When you're in that state, don't think about these higher ranks. Our job tonight, all of us collectively, is to utilize leaders at Le-Vel.com, but make sure they have an extremely high PPA. Don't send someone just because you're wanting them to have recognition. But as we grow forward, you all in the last week and a half have sent in a lot of leadership that is going to be recognized in future things that we're doing. So remember that email address, and because that's what's going to determine who's going into future recognition.
Yeah, absolutely. So this edition of Thriving is on newsstands and bookstores. February 28th is a March edition. Okay, so it hits the tail end of the month. This is the same distribution list that Success from Home does. So over 9,000 bookstores and newsstands all across North America. So what we need to do, this, and I hate to discredit, I don't mean to act like I'm discrediting the first edition of Thriving, but this one is dialed in. I mean, it is on point. A lot of content, a lot of context, a lot of recognition. I mean, it's meaningful. And I want, me personally, I know you are going to agree with what I'm about to say, we need to have a big push of Thriving locals, okay? A big push. When this magazine hits, this is mainstream media, right? I mean, this is as cool as anything you're picking up. I mean, men's fitness or men's fiction, as I call it, that's not cool, no disrespect. What else is on newsstands that's really entertaining, that's really meaningful? I mean, you guys are going to love this edition of Thriving. I'm excited about it. And I couldn't have spoke that passionately about the first edition because I just knew we were pressed for time. We missed the cutoff. We didn't get it where it needed to be. This one, we did. So take advantage. I know in the Le-Vel Gear Shop, they're going to have some tremendous promotions happening that start, I believe, right now or in the morning that are geared around Thriving. So make sure you have that. When I got into this business, this industry, 16, 17 years ago, whatever it is, There was no social media. There was no internet. There was nothing to promote the business with online. And this company that I was with, they had a publication that was not cool. It was not entertaining, and it was not about lifestyle. It was very boring and businessy, and you know, just, I don't want to go into it. But the one thing that I did, I grabbed a magazine and I related to one story in it. And I dog-eared that one page. And I dog-eared all my magazines I had. And every person that I talked to out of the course of the week, I was ready. I knew exactly what page I was going to. I knew the story. I knew what excited me about it, and it was earmarked, whatever you want to call it. Do that with this magazine. Make sure you have Thrivin' in your car, in your gym bag, in your purse, and you have a story or you have a page that you've already got memorized. And it's edification to your own story. When you're out there in the field and you're talking about the Thrive experience, the movement, the 1, 2, 3 system, you're telling your own personal experience, and then you say, oh, by the way, and you pull out Thrivin', and you go to a page, you're now laying verification, edification on your own story. So it's no different than when you're telling somebody about Thrive, and you say, hey, dial the 24-hour line, right? That's edification to what you're already telling them. Thriving is that important and that meaningful. Make sure you leverage it. It's not just a Hollywood Boulevard of all of our incredible promoters. We are edifying them, no doubt. We are recognizing them. But you have to leverage that or it means nothing to you. That's what it's for.
Something I want to add to that too is I think all of us here tonight, yeah, we're celebrating, having a good time, relaxing. You earned this time to do what you want to do and get as crazy as you want to be, but have
Not that
fun.
crazy.
Have fun. But I will say, when I think about business, and I think about all of us, you have to look at the next 3 weeks, the next 3 months, the next 3 years of life and go, if I'm going to choose a vehicle, because, you know, I said last week to someone, I said, you know, there's 1 million companies out there that people have become millionaires with. Now think about that. There's 1 million companies out there and people have become millionaires and they won't know about Le-Vel for another 5 years, another 10 years. They really won't. You know about it because you're ingrained in it so much daily. And because you're ingrained in it so much daily and you're constantly following up with people, etc., it's a lot of repetitive things that are going on, and it also can pull you back. For someone to say, I am, no matter what it takes, I am setting myself up for financial freedom. I am conquering all of what my family members and friends say against what I'm doing every day. Because all of us have that in common, you all. Everyone is back against the wall, but I want to say the importance of really taking time once a week, twice a week, to read the magazine and every other magazine and read your website. That's what creates, I won't say a millionaire, but it's definitely what creates someone to go, got my car paid for, got my house paid for, got my grocery bills paid for, got the kids' schooling paid for. When your leaders that call themselves leaders, they're not here tonight. They wanted to be here, they didn't make it. You made it. You leave here. You better believe it. Give it up for yourself. You don't leave here and just say, man, I wish you would have been there. You say, you know what? Here's what you're going to do between now and where we're going in June. And it isn't, well, but please, let's do each other a favor. If we're going to grow this company to $2 billion a year, $1 billion a year, $2 billion a year, you all, this is not exaggerated. It's a mental decision that each of us have to accept. If you're going to achieve what you want, you better learn what you're involved with. So many of your people that are not here tonight, they ordered the product, they've been thriving with you for a month or 3 months or 4 months. Ask them the last time that they read the links and the sublinks of the website. Ask them
the last time that they read the magazines that they purchased. They have them sitting in their office. We have to leave here and say to everybody, it's not just about this magazine going out for sale. It's about real people that you all have seen in this magazine. Push this and let people know it's important to read this and keep their minds focused.
Absolutely. All right, let's move on to the next order in our business meeting. We've got something that is just in time for spring, aka March, that we think you're going to love. Let's go to the next video. Pina colada is good, but watermelon is really good. Really good.
Where's Aaron Aponte? Missy Crimp, where are you? Oh, wait, where's my boy in Orlando? Hold on, where's Biggie? Oh, come here. Shoot. All right, hold on.
Don't get hit by the watermelon.
I called you. I said, where's my boy? Give it to him. Right there, over here. All right, we're done.
All right, so March, watermelon, we don't have the exact date yet because the rollout of Product X tonight. So we're going to be getting those details. But pina colada is good, watermelon is very good, just in time for the spring. All right, who wants to know about the next getaway? Would it be interesting to anybody if we went to a country we'd never been to before?
Oh my gosh. Hey, do you, so you know when this goes off, how much the volume in that country is about to explode?
Because we have...
Who's ready? Who's ready? Who's ready? Go.
We have a lot of thrivers in this country, and we've never been able to do a getaway there, so now is the time. Let's watch the video.
Watch sales double. Hey, let me say, if you all have not been to Toronto and Canada in general, but absolutely seriously must experience. Hi, Abby.
Yeah, so late June is what we're thinking. We're still finalizing the agreements with the two hotels. I think it's June 23rd-ish. And amazing weather that time in the summer. You gotta pay attention or you're gonna hit in the face with a watermelon activate. All right, so we'll have those details out hopefully in the next week or two. All right, we need to get focused for a minute. Product X. We are going to tell you tonight what the product is. We are going to show you. But since this product is so complex, it's the most scientific category we've ever entered. The formula, the technology, the nutritional biohacking conversation, I can't have that conversation tonight. It's too mean. We've all had a couple of Coronas, right? So we're going to show you what Product X is, but I can't truly walk you through how breaking it really is. And so we're going to have a launch call once we get back to the States, and we're going to go through Product X, which is called Expand. And let's watch that video right now. About this for a second. If I can get that slide up, please. Okay. What is Expand? More importantly, the question is, what is a nootropic? Okay, so a nootropic, defined by Wikipedia, is a drug or supplement that increases your cognitive capabilities. Okay? Very interesting. Those of you that like to read, Google nootropic tonight and see what you find. So there's some experts that say, you know, the brain is not fully understood by anybody, right? I mean, there's people that really understand it. There's people that know a lot about it. But to have someone that truly understands everything about the brain, it's kind of like outer space, right? We just really know a little bit. We can only see so far out there. The rest is left to imagination. The brain and the cognitive infrastructure is very similar. And some experts believe that we're only able to access a limited portion of our cognitive capabilities, right? We're only able to access, let's say, 80%. Maybe it's 70%. Whereas some people, Albert Einstein, maybe they accessed 100% of it. And so a nootropic by Wikipedia, is a drug or supplement that is designed to help you expand your capabilities and access more of that potential. Nootropics they're new, they're cutting edge. This isn't like vitamin E that's been around for 100 years, 200 years, right? Nootropics, I would say, are really hot in the last 2 or 3 years. I think some companies started exploring on how to start biohacking the mental infrastructure probably 10 years ago. but ingredients, formulations, technologies, I don't believe were readily available to really bring what we're calling cognitive modulation. So Expand is not your granddad's product to help his memory. Okay? This is a super elite type of product. This is for the person that wants to be on the cutting edge, that wants to be one step ahead, that wants to have more IQ, more memory, more alertness. They want to be one step ahead of everybody else out there. Okay? This is a millionaire's product. This is not Jimmy wanting to lose weight while he's eating a hot dog product. This is the elite product. And I truly believe after our run at this formula, our run in the nootropic space, our run into modulation, cognitive modulation, our run into biohacking. What is biohacking? It's using formulas and or technologies and science to open up the human body's potential to achieve more than what is currently there. That's nutritional biohacking. And I feel like tonight and this month, as we bring out Expand, and I can't throw this out in the crowd because we don't have too many manufactured. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Throw it.
Hold on.
Tell him to throw it. Say, throw it.
Hold on. Y'all be quiet for a minute. Hold on. This is hilarious. This is hilarious. Who on Instagram has seen those Star Wars memes or whatever? It says good person, bad person. I can't throw it. Throw it.
Tell him to throw it.
Throw it. Paul, I'm going to be honest with you guys. The reason we really cannot throw this, it was for stage present. These are blank capsules. I promise. I promise. You're just so depressed in Punta Cana. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm just not having fun with this company anymore. I can't take it.
So, quick on this when it becomes available, about 10 to 15 days out. It's not it's
February 20th.
But once you order it, as we lightly said before it became available, before it does, it's about 10 to 15 days out on daily consumption. Don't be looking like day 1, day 2, day 3, but as we also said, it'll be the most studied, most reviewed product that we've ever had in our lineup. And I'll also tell you this, I'm pretty confident that as this product grows over the next 2 to 3 months, everyone in here that wants to be smarter will be ordering this product. So
I think it's going to bring...
Seriously, I'm very excited about it. I think another reason a lot of people know I'm excited about it is because it's a very serious situation. I think that when we look at where this science is and where it's going and the abilities that you have with this product over a period of time, we know what it's going to do, but know that you need to be on it about 10 to 15 days out.
Yeah, and that's what we're going to talk about. When we start having our Product X or now Expand calls before it releases, I'm going to go through everything. We'll talk about the multi-tiered delivery system, but it is about, if we have, as serious as the 1, 2, 3 regimen is, it's just as serious with this product. You have to be on it daily. It has to build up. You can't just come on radar, come off radar. It doesn't work like that, I wish. But I mean, look out there in the space of products to buy. How many products out there are saying, unleash part of your mental capacity? I mean, what? Yeah, 0. Very, very exciting stuff. Expand is now a part of the product line. Last thing I'll say, I believe we'll have a new type of customer that comes to this company, that comes to this experience, And yes, they might be lured here by Expand, but then quickly turned on to the rest of the Thrive experience. So very, very exciting. Okay, we are blowing through them now. We have got, oh man, this one's got me excited.
And you know, this one here that's coming, I feel like they're all happy with their results, right?
Right.
But let's talk about this next results.
Okay, so I said this on a call. Paul loves to send these, hey, we're having a call in 30-second type messages on Facebook. Yeah. Get up. But I said this on a call the other night. So we're going to talk to you right now about the next evolution of DFT. What I want to talk to you about that's coming in April, this isn't a new color, a new design, a new concept. All that stuff is cool. What we have been working on is the new technology itself. Okay? Not just a new formula, which that's enhanced, but a new next level technology, next level DFT. Okay? We've seen the progress of the iPads, the Apples, they get better and better as each model comes out. And we've really been focusing over the last 4 to 6 months on DFT, the technology itself. This nutritional powerhouse, the world's only wearable nutrition. And we're going, how do we go to the next level? What can we do? What can we do? What can we do? Great products. We would never touch Black Label. We would never touch standard DFT. Unbelievable products. But if we're going to do a new DFT, instead of just working on the formula itself, how do we work on the technology? How do we make the engine better? What can we do? What can we do? And we've done it. And what's important to know about it, what is coming, is there's products that are good products, such as watermelon, right? But I would never in my lifetime get up 4 months before watermelon and say, guys, this secret product that's coming, unbelievable when this hits, never been done before, never be seen. And then you see it and you go, what? He told us, we don't do that. And this is as large as when DFT came out for the first time. This is as large as when Black Label came out. This is as large as when Form. So you can look through the course of our timeline, and we have, we're always growing, thank the Lord, and after tonight we're really going to grow because I'm about to get on some butts in a minute. But when you look at our growth chart, it's going, and then we hit DFT. Going, Black Label. You have these time frames of incredible growth. Same thing with any company. Look at Apple. Is the iPhone 7 as large as iPhone 1? No. The very first one blew the company up like never before. Same thing with the iPad. So you only have very few limited opportunities in life with other companies and with us for sure, where you really get to see the launch of a monumental product technology shift in that company's business and that company's cultural platform. You get them a couple times, and you have all these naive people, well, if I could have been in the beginning, or if I could have been in before DFT launched. Well, Brainiac, listen to what they're telling you. The biggest one yet is 4 months away. You have to understand, me and Paul, we don't quit. We don't stop. We don't let up. You know what my Monday mornings look like? The same damn thing they looked like 6 years ago. Pardon my French. We wake up focused, we wake up determined, and we wake up asking the same questions. Where do we go from here? How do we get better? I'm not running around asking my buddies who can go get lunch, who can hang out, hey man, what's going on? No, we've got to get better. You've got to get better, which we're going to talk about tonight. We as a team have got to get better. But in doing so, we have taken our technology to the next level. Let's look at the video. Who wants to see next level DFT? Man, y'all sound tired and worn out. Been drinking cerveza in the sun all day. That's still beer, sir. Okay. Do you think it's gonna be big? Bring it. You gotta be in Dallas. No. Every company out there wants to know what we're doing next. They want to know what you're doing next. They do not want us to be the next billion-dollar company. And if we have something this special, this unique, and we just throw it out there for 4 months, too many cervezas, but let's talk about Dallas. Let's talk about Emmitt Smith. I think is he here? I don't know if he's here or not. I don't know. Let's talk about Dallas. Let's roll that video.
In order to thrive, you have to say, this is something that I want to do, and here's why, and these are my motivations. That's the beautiful start of your day. You're striving to be the best you that you can possibly be.
Okay, the Le-Vel Live Ultimate Party, as of right now, tickets are on sale in your back office. An email is going out company-wide. It is going to be the most iconic event we have ever had. Dallas Convention Center, packed out environment. We grew out of the Gaylord last year. Very, very exciting times. Emmitt Smith going to be there for 2 hours with us, sharing very exciting things about his rise and thrive journey, not only with Le-Vel, but in life, more in particular with Emmitt Smith. It's going to be exciting. And here's what we want to talk to you about as a team. We are now in February. We have Expand this month. We have Watermelon next month. We have Special Secret DFT in Dallas in April. We feel like that we're going to go on one of the largest growth runs we've ever had between now and April, due to everything that's coming, combined with the rank advancement bonuses. And then,
Who likes it so far? Who likes the announcement that came out with the bonuses this week? I know I've got a good question. Who's loved the sales the last 48 to 72 hours?
man, I forgot where I was going. I'm joking. But then in April, with the DFT hitting, then with Success from Home hitting new stores, book stands, then the growth we see from April to August. You guys are truly looking at a time in this company, and we can only tell it to you. If you don't take it and run with it, it means nothing. It's just words. What you're seeing in this company won't be back. We can't come over a year from now and say, oh, we made the technology better again. What? Lord willing, we might be able to. These moments you got to seize. If you knew Apple back 10 years ago, 5, whenever the first iPhone came out, if you knew that product was hitting 4 months in advance, how much stock would you have bought? I mean, you would have sold everything, including your Corona today, to buy as much stock as possible. It's that important with this company. There's people in this business that have changed their lives because they've leveraged what's coming. You guys have got to let it rip. We as a company have got to go, and we've got to go now.
Let me say something. As it relates to Dallas, there's something about the network that you're connected to, but there's something much more powerful about you're hearing the same thing from your network, but when you leave Dallas, you have a totally different perspective because you're like, well, I believe it because they said it, but I didn't believe my upline when they said it, right? So my question to you all is this. If you seriously are focused on going 40K, 80K, 200K this year, which all of you in this room are outside tonight, 200K VIP is a mental mindset, but I'll guarantee you 200K VIP has a lot to do with between tonight and when you leave here saying, I'm not talking to you about it, I'm not arguing about it, your butt is in the car and you are going to Dallas. If you've got to sleep on the floor with me, you're going, right?
Yep.
It is the truth. Your success in this business, you all, it's the 3 things I learned a long time ago. OPE, other people's efforts. OPM, other people's money. OPI, other people's ideas. You better make sure to step out of your way or your own way and get everyone there in Dallas and your team to hear other people's ideas, because they don't listen to you because they have access to you and you're reaching out to them all the time and you're giving them great information and you know it's the right information. Your success between now and the end of December, you need to be going into right now, New York. Going to New York with a family member or a friend and going, you know what? My momentum was created between Punta Cana and Dallas, and it hit my momentum. It's the truth. You can't look at this like it's a getaway, but when you leave here, you got to get after it, right? And I'm going to say one last thing. In the lifespan of this business, we've seen it all. We've seen people that before we turned on for orders, they go, I'm here, Jason. I'm ready to go. I'm by your side. I know you're going to make things happen, Jason. I'm ready. And 5 years later, 4 years later, they're not here. They're not 4K. They're not 12K. They're non-existent. Success is dependent on the mirror. What you look at every single day and realize, getting yourself back up and saying, it's a given that you all are in Dallas, but more importantly, these aggressive conversations that you all have leaving here saying, you say you want the stress off your family. You say you want a better life. It's not about you coming to Dallas, it's about how many people are riding in that car with you. And I'm serious about that because this agenda this year, it's very different. It's going to be a blast.
but it's going to be a very different agenda this year, and I promise you all, I promise you, I would never push someone, as you leave this room, your friend's finances, it's tight. But if they want those finances to have a break, they've got to sacrifice. And you are the one that has to have the spine to say to them, things aren't going well and you know it, you need to come to Dallas. Y'all hear me? Do it.
Absolutely. We all know, those of you that have been to the Dallas events, we all know how emotionally impactful they are to people. I believe that your team, their emotional buy-in to this company and this movement, it has an expiration date on them if you don't get them to Dallas. Right? It's like trying to explain to your team tonight this very moment. You can't explain that. You can't explain what the Super Bowl is to someone. They have to be there. You have to be in Dallas. It's very meaningful. As we close up tonight, we want to have a one-on-one with you. You know, Paul and I, we look at ourselves as one person. You know, the company, all the members, the executive team, everybody behind the scenes, that all comes together as one unit, right? And then we see you guys in the field. Amazing personalities, amazing talents, amazing characters, but at the end of the day, all those hundreds of thousands of people come into one unit, right? So there's the company and there's the field. And I'm just gonna have a heart-to-heart, right? We're business partners, okay? Me and Paul are one and you guys are one. We're business partners, we're equals. And sometimes equals, partners, they need to address some situations. They need to talk about things. You talk about the good, you talk about the ugly. You don't focus on the ugly, you talk about it, you find a solution, you get over it, and you go on to more good. I'm here to tell you guys tonight, this company just grew by another $100 million.
Because of you.
Because of you. But I'm also telling you tonight, this company will not grow $100 million this year if you guys are not in the game. If you think the company can just send amazing promo emails and your team's just going to blow up, you're just going to wait till the next amazing product launch and the company's just going to blow up, it's just going to happen with or without you, whether you're at lunch on Monday morning or whether you're at your computer on Monday morning, go, how do I get better? Okay? We cannot be a billion-dollar company, the next big billion-dollar company, if we don't keep our ass in the game. And I'm sorry, I'm a little agitated. I was asked last week by one of the incredible ladies that helps run the blog, and she writes a lot of press releases for us. And she said, I'm writing a post, I'm working with Liz, we're doing some things on the blog about goals. Do you have anything you'd like to share? And I said, yes, I do. It took me a while to get back to her email because I'm drowning in emails, but I said, yes, I do. And I shared a story with her. And I said, about 16 years ago when I got into this business, I was young, I was broke, and I didn't have a lot of confidence because when you're broke, you don't have a lot of confidence, right? I had belief in myself, but I was not in a good space, and I got invited to a room full of entrepreneurs. There's probably, I think, I don't know, 16, 10, 20, something like that. And there was an individual in that living room, and he had created financial freedom from zero to hero. The real deal, the real McCoy, not some motivational BS. He gave us all a journal. And he said, before you write on this journal, I want each of you to open up the left cover. On the inside of that cover, I want you to write down your goals and dreams. He said, my life is a mirror image of the goals and dreams that I have pictured for myself and my family. He said, I want you to close your eyes and I want you to think about the next 12 months and the next 5 years. I do not want you to try to control your thoughts. He said, whatever comes into your mind is your natural emotional want. Let it happen. Do not dare tell yourself that's too big or that's too audacious. Okay, he said, just let them run. Everybody close their eyes. I closed my eyes. I'm the youngest person in the room. I'm already intimidated. Everybody's older. They've already done pretty well in business. And here comes my thoughts. That day, I wrote down anything and anything that I wanted to happen for my family and for my life. International houses, vacation homes, crazy stuff, not so crazy stuff. It was all out there, right? I did what the guy told me to do. That day, I don't think I honestly believe that any one of those things would have happened. I don't know. I mean, for me to think of some of that stuff that's written down while I'm young, broke, and in a bad confidence, I'm not confident, I'm in a bad emotional space, and for these things to come to true. And about a year ago, I was going to a local in Dallas, I believe, and I pulled out this very journal because I was trying to remember some notes that I wrote down years ago. Paul, I'm sorry, I'm rambling. And I opened up this very journal. Everything on there but two things had come true. Everything. And the only two things that had it, I have the financial means to do. And I say that very humbly. I'm not trying to toot my own horn. But what I am trying to say is whether that day of me writing down what I wanted in life was the golden ticket, I don't know. Was it answered prayers? Yes. Was it good luck? Yes. Was it a lot of hard work? But I have never woke up a day in my life where I did not want to fight for more. It's not more money that I want, it's just more. If I can run 5 miles, I want to run it in 4:30. I want to run it in 4:20. And he's the only other person in life that I've met the exact same way. We're not here because we want more money. We're not here chasing a bigger dollar sign on the company. We're here to freaking win. And what I do know, speaking partner to partner, is we cannot do it without you. We need you. We need you at 100% if you want to be there. This is that moment tonight for you that was 16 years ago for me. Go home tonight, write down whatever it is you want to write, and go after it passionately, emotionally. And don't BS it. Don't talk about it, be about it, okay? We need all 200Ks, all 80Ks, we need everybody on the field. We cannot be the world's fastest growing company if half the people are out having margaritas on Monday. We can't do that. We and you have sacrificed a lot to get us here. We all know that. But what I do know now is that if you sacrifice things now, you will never have to sacrifice ever again.
I love it because I'll give you, I think each of us get bits of wisdom before you came to Le-Vel, while you've been at Le-Vel. All of us individually have had pieces of wisdom that have been thrown at us that have stuck with us. And so as he shares that, I was always told, Paul, if you have the pictures of the things you want your future to be, always have them in front of you when you're on the phone with the person that you want to grow with you. Because if you're staring at the pictures, well, Paul, you don't have the money to drive across town. Paul, you have one pair of dress shoes, one sport coat, but you know what you're talking about and people can sense it. Let me tell you something. When we leave this room tonight or this area, the thrivers that we have in this business, they want life. They want to experience what it's like to have a break. We leave this place responsibly putting our own pictures up and talking to those people and their new potential customers, and we remember that one person that we're talking to on the other phone is Paul. He has one pair of shoes, dress shoes, one sport coat, and no money, but he wants a break.
And because you stared at your pictures and you put your heart into that person went for it because they connected to you, not the person that sponsored them. And that's your next 4K, 12K, 40K, 80K.